In the heart of the Gaza Strip, amidst the rubble and despair, a new outrage has ignited the flames of conflict. Hamas, the Palestinian group controlling Gaza, has accused Israeli soldiers of an unspeakable act, the burning of copies of the Quran, Islam's holiest book. This alleged desecration, said to have occurred at the Bani Saleh Mosque in northern Gaza, has sent shockwaves through the Muslim world and threatens to further escalate the already volatile situation. The accusations are grave, striking at the core of Palestinian identity and faith. Hamas claims the act was deliberate, a calculated assault on their religion and a testament to the extremist nature of Israel. The world waits with bated breath, the air thick with tension as the accusations hang heavy over the conflict. Adding fuel to the fire, Hamas claims to possess video evidence of the alleged desecration. This footage, purportedly from an Israeli soldier's body camera, is said to clearly show the Quran being set ablaze. The authenticity of the video, however, remains unverified, shrouded in the fog of war and competing narratives. The stakes are incredibly high. If proven true, these allegations could have far-reaching consequences, inflaming religious tensions and jeopardizing any hope for peace in the region. The world watches, the question echoing, will this be the spark that ignites a wildfire of conflict? The response from Hamas has been swift and furious. They have vehemently denounced the alleged burning of Qurans, labeling it fascist behavior and a blatant manifestation of hatred and criminality. The group views this act as not merely an attack on their religion, but on the very soul of the Palestinian people. In a passionate plea for justice, Hamas has called upon the international community, particularly Arab and Muslim nations, to condemn Israel's actions. They urge a united front against what they perceive as an assault on Islam itself. Their call to action is clear: stand with Palestine, defend the sanctity of our faith. Hamas insists that this alleged act of desecration is not an isolated incident, but part of a larger, more sinister pattern. They point to a disturbing trend of Israeli soldiers documenting their operations in Gaza and sharing the content on social media. This, they argue, is not mere documentation, but a deliberate tactic of humiliation, a means of dehumanizing the Palestinian people and stripping them of their dignity. The world listens, the gravity of the accusations sinking in. Will this be a turning point, a moment where the global community finally says enough? Will this be the catalyst for a unified response, or will the pleas for justice once again fall on deaf ears? At the heart of the accusations lies a chilling piece of evidence. A video purportedly captured on an Israeli soldier's body camera, allegedly showing the burning of a Quran. This footage, if verified, could be the smoking gun, the irrefutable proof of the alleged desecration. However, like much in the fog of war, the truth remains elusive. The origin and authenticity of the video are shrouded in uncertainty. Questions linger. Who filmed it and under what circumstances? Was it staged, manipulated, taken out of context? Until these questions are answered, the video remains a potent symbol, open to interpretation and fueling the fires of suspicion. Hamas insists the video is genuine, a stark and horrifying glimpse into the mindset of the Israeli soldiers. They argue that this act, the burning of a sacred text, is not the result of rogue individuals, but stems from a deeper well of hatred and animosity. It is, they claim, a symptom of a system rotten to its core. The world waits, holding its breath, for the truth to emerge from the shadows. The fate of a region and the delicate balance of peace may hinge on the authenticity of a single grainy video. Section 4, Gaza in ruins, faith under fire. The alleged burning of Qurans at the Bani Saleh Mosque did not occur in a vacuum. It unfolded against a backdrop of destruction and despair, adding another layer of pain to an already unbearable reality. Since the beginning of the Israeli offensive on October 7th, Gaza has been transformed into a landscape of rubble and loss. Reports from Al Jazeera paint a grim picture. Mosques and churches, once sanctuaries of faith and community, now lie in ruins. The numbers are staggering. 610 mosques and 3 churches reduced to rubble, their destruction a devastating blow to the already shattered lives of Gazans. These weren't just buildings, but vital lifelines, places of worship, solace and community support. The targeting of religious sites has sparked international outcry and condemnation. Many see it as a deliberate tactic of collective punishment, a violation of international law, and a grave offense against the sanctity of faith. Some go further, pointing to these acts as evidence of a calculated genocide against the Palestinian people. The world bears witness to the heartbreaking images: minarets toppled, stained glass windows shattered, prayer rugs buried under debris. These destroyed places of worship stand as silent testaments to the human cost of this conflict, a stark reminder that even faith is not immune to the ravages of war. Section 5. The World Watches, a test of resolve. As the accusations of Quran burning reverberate across the globe, the international community finds itself at a crossroads. The world watches, holding its breath, waiting to see how the powers that be will respond. Will they rise to the occasion, demanding accountability and justice, or will they remain silent, complicit in the face of religious persecution? The release of the alleged video footage, if it is indeed released, will be a pivotal moment. Its verification, or lack thereof, could determine the course of action taken by governments and international organizations. The pressure to act will be immense, fueled by outrage and the fear of further escalation. The potential consequences of inaction are significant. The alleged incident has the potential to ignite a firestorm of anger and resentment, not only in the Middle East but across the Muslim world. Protests, demonstrations, and even violence could erupt, further destabilizing an already volatile region. The world is watching. The stakes have never been higher. This is a test of our collective conscience, a moment where silence is not an option. The question remains, will we stand idly by as faith is desecrated and tensions escalate, or will we finally say enough and demand justice for the victims? Section 6, the path forward, justice and preservation. The accusations of Quran burning by Israeli soldiers, if proven true, represent a grave violation of religious freedom and a dangerous escalation of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The path forward must be paved with justice, accountability, and a renewed commitment to protecting religious and cultural heritage in conflict zones. A thorough and impartial investigation into the alleged incident is paramount. The authenticity of the video footage must be verified, and if found to be genuine, those responsible must be held accountable for their actions. The international community must send a clear message that such acts of desecration will not be tolerated. Beyond accountability, there is a pressing need to protect religious and cultural sites from the ravages of war. The destruction of mosques and churches in Gaza is a tragedy that further fuels the cycle of violence and hatred. International efforts must be strengthened to safeguard these sacred spaces and ensure that they are not targeted during conflicts. The path forward is fraught with challenges, but it is a path we must take. The future of the Middle East and the hope for a just and lasting peace may depend on our collective commitment to upholding the sanctity of faith and protecting the cultural heritage of all people.